Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of Manga Hell. And today, we will be back to the newest chapter of One Piece, chapter 1032, titled Oden's Beloved Sword. I'm guessing we're gonna be focusing on Zoro and his battle against King this chapter, which is fine, in all honesty. Also, I believe this week we actually get episode 1000 from One Piece, so get excited for that. I mean, it's gonna be a special, unless it's gonna be a very long episode. I'm not like sure. Or maybe it's gonna be like top tier animation or something. I can't tell. So, anyways, the first we have the request where we see Yamato with two cats like carrying some stuff, as we see an old lady on top of a hill, which I think we might have seen already. As I'm guessing they're like running towards her to give it stuff. Then we start with the chapters. Then we have narration be like they're on the move. As we have Marco being like, "What's the big idea, Izo? It's a pain to fly you around when I'm injured, yo." To be fair, how many times are you injured? And Izo isn't exactly the heaviest guy from them. In fact, he might actually be one of the lightest members of the Nine Red Scabbard. So I'm not exactly sure. Why are you complaining? Plus, you're Zo, mythical ancient Zoan. Shouldn't your cover be something through the roof or something? I guess that's supposed to like build up hype for King and Queen. But then we have Izo being like, sorry, the announcement about that giant yokai made me feel uneasy. Where did a thing like that come from? So yeah, I guess that's supposed to be kind of like a brotherly sister connection between him and Kiku, but we'll see. As then we have Izo and Marco flying around as we see like the giant Colossus Big Mom. Which I'm guessing it's gonna be like a running thing now where we just see a colossal Big Mom fighting something. And then we have the two being like the cast is on fire. Try not to get too sidetracked, yo. And he's like, right. Then we have the Beast Spies being like, the samurai blocking the way out. Fetch the cannon. We'll be burned alive if we don't get to that floor. Which is gonna just now makes you realize that the Beast Spies right now don't wanna join the battle, but just don't wanna get fucking killed by fire. Which is kinda makes the samurai a bit sadistic if you think about it. Like, they're like, we will cut you down. We just wanna get the fuck out of the fire, man. We don't wanna get burned alive. And yeah, they're gonna be getting ready to fire the cannons. Which, to be fair, is in the Beast Box right. And then we go to a different location where it's saying that the second basement. As we say, Apu Ryan is like, yo, master, please hear me out. As Yamato's like, I told you I'm busy, quit following me. As then we have Jake, we're like, Apu, you don't know when to quit. I guess referring to his deals. And then we see the Fuga also running by Yamato. And some of the Beast Spires like, and some I'm gonna say like, hey, run! And they're trying to defend. As then the one of the Beast Spires like, well, it's one of the numbers. And then I was like, Fuga, I know it's been a while, but I'm in a hurry. As Fuga's like, Fuga! So yeah, the theory that these three numbers are actually the samurai is seemingly getting more and more true, although judging by Yamato's reaction, unless it's gonna be a flashback, seems to be rather friendly reaction. But we'll see where this is going anyways. Also, by looks of things, it seems like Fuga is actually a centaur because the legs that Fuga has are basically giant horse legs. Kind of surprised by that, but fine. I guess if you want to, you can have it. So yeah, they will announce again. This is the second floor. The Flame Yokai is heading for the lower levels of the castle. Which will again give us some idea, oh wait, these beast bots just want to get the effect of the fire, but I guess they're concerned about the battles, but at this point I'm not even sure why they're focusing on all that. Shouldn't they probably just be like trying to find a way to like survive? And then we have someone be like, falling down as Yamato's like, huh? And then we have Brooke and Robin falling to Fuga's hat as Brooke's like, what a cushion. As Robin's like, no, this is here. Pan, as she's still tired, as Fuga's like, Fuga. As Brooke's like, here? as we see the CP9 members jumping down as they're approaching Robin. As we're like, they're coming! As then we have Robin like, no choice but to fight! As then we have the flame yoker appearing and coming from above them. As it seems like the flame yoker is trying to burn, ensnares the two CP9 members. As I was like, huh? As Bruce's like, what in the world? As the CP9 members like, as they get hit by it and start to be burned. It's like, ah! I guess the by technique that Ame Haki doesn't work against a flame yokai that well. And then we have Apu stop Upu and some of the members looking up and they're like, what? As they're like, it's huge! This must be the flame yokai they're talking about! And then we have to also be like, we don't know what it's after, but it keeps going down. As we continue with the flames, they're looking up in that. And now just like, pan, yeah. And then you have to be like, what the heck is that? It's going down, and it passes through walls. And burns everything in its sights. And then we get like a bit even more picture of the Onigashima as we see the flame yokai be on the second floor, then going down, causing the flames accidentally. As we see it passing through the first basement 1, basement 2, where they are currently in basement 2. As then we see like a bit of like a travel gate or a bit of a bridge down. As we see the armory with a bunch of cats and getting ready to shot. And then we have Yamato being like, this is bad. If it keeps going, it will set an explosion mid-air. And then we have Yamato being like, the whole island will be gone. Fuga, I need you to help me with something. As Fuga's like, Fuga! As in, which I'm guessing maybe, I kind of feel like Yamato's gonna like use Fuga to like, I'm not sure what exactly. Maybe Fuga's job is gonna be like breaking through everything, so Yamato will have an easier time like going past everything, or maybe like getting ready to store up ice or something. I don't know exactly. Maybe Fuga's gonna be used for like a kind of like gonna be covered with ice to like she's gonna cover Fuga with ice so the flame would be like disappear or something. I'm not like sure. And then we have Brook like tap. Anyways, we have Brook tapping away as as like the CP0 agents are behind a wall of flames. As we're like, let's hurry, they'll be on our tails again. As we have the CP9 members kind of cover their eyes, they're seeing a bunch of flashes. As they're like, and they're like, flash. As we have Apu like taking pictures of them. And they have Apu screaming like, lapdogs with a slasher dragon spy in Kyle's castle? What a scoop! Maybe I'll sell this story to Morgans. After losing their middleman, Lothamir, the government deals directly with. As then we have the CP9 member, which most have been like, you should have kept your mouth shut. Which is to be very true, like, Sapu, you really should have just taken pictures and then run for the hills. Not letting, and probably just one picture of a couple of them would be enough, not take a bunch of them. And then we have the CP9 member, like, getting there and getting up to Apu and hitting him in the neck by and sending him back. It's like, Apu's like, really starting to bleed. And then Jack being like, Apu! As Apu falls on the ground. It seems like he wasn't punching. The CP member doesn't seem like he was punching Apu, but he was actually using his finger pistol technique. As he's on the ground. I guess Apu's dead now for some reason. There the unnamed agent got be like, extra. I hope you didn't assume that your true allegiance would remain a secret to CP0. So I guess he knows about the sword, or at least knows there's like agency that's has the motives of sword. I don't know. So anyways, they have actually be like, if you already know, I'm dying to hear your excuse for being here. So I guess this is like, oh, what are you gonna say while you're here? And then we have the CP9 member be like, we are just handling pest control. As he goes to our head, but then Apu counterattacks him with boom, and it sends him flying back. As Apu stands back up, and then we have Apu be like, damn, government assassins, that freaking hurt, pant. As actually is like, oh, you're still alive? And then we have Apu be like, I can use Amen Hockey Key, you dumbass. These guys aren't getting off that easy, and now I know you were a Marine. You were a Marine. As the other members like, thinking. And then we have actually be like, cram it. Are we doing this or not? And they'll be like, obviously, they picked a fight with me. Anyway, I was like, just about you started. Which I just love how much they dislike each other. And then like similar men are fixing their mask and like getting into the to battle. And then we have Apu and X-Drake striking. Then we have Apu like kicking the guy who was wearing his like very weird mask. That honestly doesn't really work as a convenient mask if you ask me. As Apu's like, they'll get what's coming to them. As Drake roars and heads for for this other CP agent guy, the guy who we've seen most from. So yeah, and then we cut to the outside of the skull dome whereas Monosuke is continue making a flame cloud, which honestly looks like he's making a good progress on that. Although that might just mostly be Kaido's flame clouds, but again, I'm assuming that he's probably making a progress. So anyways, they have Zoro versus King, and then we have Zoro thinking, and then we have King grabbing his beacon, whatever that thing is called. I'm not sure what they named those things that the pterodons have. Then he seems to be like starting to pull his face back, as though like pan. Is that thing supposed to be pulled back like that? And then there's like very kind of goofy face, I guess, from King, which is kind of funny considering the type of character he is. Especially considering the fact he's like supposed to be this serious badass second commander, but then he's just overly goofy. Which is more funny because Karakuri, to my memory, didn't like have this overly goofy expression. Like even when he was calm, less embarrassed kind of, he was still more like, uh, uh, um, but he's like overly goofy, which is hilarious. It turns out the guy who's a donut is more serious than the guy that's supposed to be like this cold blood assassin or something. And then we have King using the ability, and the name of this ability that King has been doing is Tempura, as he seems to fire his head to add Zoro, as well like, ooh, Tempura Udon, as it hits and it strikes, which seems like Zoro King's head kind of popped out here. But it looks to face, because there's a break between the head, the body, and the head. As then we have Zoro like, ugh. And then Zoro like, I couldn't block it. It's like a beam. And then we have King back, just like prehistoric times. That's how pterodons you hunted their prey. Oh, we're getting some One Piece dinosaur action again. So I guess the pterodons in One Piece actually throw their heads off at their members. Wow, that dinosaurs have been really interesting. Imagine it would be actually if this actually turned out to be true and not just One Piece logic. But still. So anyways, then we have Zoro be like, damn it. Is that so? Pant. No, it's not. And have Zoro again says like 360 kilometer Phoenix, as it says, but King dodges it, as then King's against comes to fire stuff. And Zoro's like, if I can't find a way to reach him, I'm just wasting my energy. Pant. And then we have the King be like, I suppose, and then Zoro will be like, I suppose pterodons flew with fires on their backs too. And King's like, no. And then Zoro's like, get your story straight. Which, to be fair, the reason why King has fire on his back is because of his race, not because of the devil food. But to be fair, considering the abilities like Queen and King have with it, like pulling your face back and sending your entire tail and head, neck away to look like a serpent, I'm totally it's fair why there's this confusion here. And then will be like, that bastard's talking down to me. I gotta knock him out of the sky before I run out of steam. And then we have Zoro be like, free sword style, pan, as he gets ready to, as King is approaching him, and then he uses Cholesterol Great Dragon Twister, as it twists trying to run at King as he blocks away his wings. As Zoro's in like, he's blocking with his wings? And then we have Zoro be like, so dinosaurs are basically like dragons, big lizards with tough hides. As then we have King being like, you're not wrong, but I'm on another level. Which I feel like this is supposed to like also mention the fact that in Japanese the dragon Nomi model ancient is actually that the ancient Zoans with dinosaurs are referred to dragon Nomi, but they are not like dragons. They're not actually dragons. In fact, it doesn't even seem to be like a straight up dragon devil fruit. It just seems to be like the I think Kaido's fruit is like a fish fruit or something. But yeah, it's kind of funny how they're actually mentioning this kind of joke. So yeah, then we have King be like, don't worry, I'll give you a chance and use my blade instead. You're not the only one that craves a good duel. I guess King does like a good fight, but he's not gonna fight fair and square. Now that's a bit over the top. So yes, then we have Zoro faking his head, literally this time, as he's like, not a drop of blood after all those attacks. He still has movable wings and in his form. They're not just for show, but I haven't seen him fly with them. So I guess now we have a confirmation that like, okay, so King actually move fat wings actually do move from what he has seen, but they don't. But he hasn't been using them to fly, which is funny because they're so big that you would actually think he would be able to fly. So then we have Zombie like, and the flames on his back are still burning. I thought he got those features from his devil fruit, but I guess not, as he's been sent back. And then we have King Zombie like, does he have fishman or giant blood? No, it's probably a race I've never heard of. Can't find that he used fishmen and giants, considering the fact there's literally nothing about him to make you think that he's a fishman or giant. Like he's not big enough to be a giant hybrid like Big Mom is. Even I'm not saying I know Big Mom is not a giant, but you know Big Mom could at least be a confused for hybrid, while King isn't that big. Fire, I don't see why he would think fire because fishmen use water, not fire. But yeah, kind of weird. But he mentioned those choices, but I guess those two are like the weirdest ones he come to his mind. Or maybe it's supposed to be like the first two weird races that we got in One Piece. I'm not exactly 100% sure. But anyways, the only thing that matters is the fact that the king sends Zoro into the brick wall as it's so hard that he's actually opening his mouth to kind of not that he allows his sword to fall. Yeah, actually no, his sword actually does fall from his mouth. And then we have Zoro being like, I don't think. As we see a close up of the king's face, and Zoro's like, I can win without knowing what he is. Wait, what? You don't think you can beat him without knowing what he is? Seriously? That's supposed to like, give you the whole expression to like defeat him like, oh, you're an alien. Oh, no, I can beat you. Weird logic. And then we have Zombie like, pan. He's like on the floor, being beaten. He starts to hear something. He's like, what's that sound? And then he says, a shamisen. No way. And then we see Amma starting to erupt some kind of mystical thing from it, as it starts to suck on Zoro's hockey, as it's again Zoro's arm looks like a skeleton's arm for a which is the second skeleton arm we have this week. As then Zoro's like, and Zoro's like, Anma. And funny enough, it actually seems like it's in the opposite side of Shiraki's arm. So like we have two characters with skeleton arms this week, who also have it on the opposite sides of each other. Why could we have gotten skeleton arm and the giant dick that is Lucifero instead? So yeah, then anyways, we cut to a different location where we have it called Dome Interior Treasure Repository. As we see a Roach with it, I guess that's where he is. It's like, It's like, is that a shamisen? That's absurd. We're in a war zone. What kind of a trick is this? It's coming from the next room. Kind of weird he's finding that weird, considering how many characters use music as a weapon here. Like, Bro uses music as a weapon, Apu uses music as a weapon. It's kind of weird he's finding it odd that someone's using a shamisen. Hell, isn't one of the only bunch using a shamisen as a weapon as well, or something? Or I'm not exactly familiar with Japanese instruments, so don't tell me it's something else. If it is fine, but There's like one that Onimana also uses Shamishan as a weapon. Or maybe it's like also a kind of a instrument as a gun or something. So it's kind of weird that he's finding that odd. Although, like, to be fair, he would know about Brook, but the other two I feel like he would know. Maybe not Apu, but again, he should have expected like someone using instrument as a weapon. But anyways, Oden like sliding, like he's like crawling on all fours. I guess he's being Jerry from Rick and Morty here. And then Oden's like, it's bright. Someone's here. Is it an enemy? Did they track me down? As he looks past it, like he opens it slightly and he looks past it like, what? Komurasaki! As we see Hiyori playing Shami-san, as we have Orochi on his head and he's like crawling there. Which, and he's like, God, am I dreaming or did I pass to the other side? You're not going to the same place, dude. You're not going to the same place. Don't even try it. And then we have Orochi be like, I've yearned for you every night since what happened. I couldn't get you out of my head. Although, doesn't Orochi know that Komurasaki and Hiyori are the same person? Like, should he know that information? I was there like a chapter once where Orochi even acknowledged that? Maybe I have to reread volume 20. Maybe I have to reread the beginning of the arc, but I think he knows Komurasaki's Hiyori. And then we have Hiyori being like, likewise, my lord, all I want is for us to spend the rest of our lives together. As we see like the Orochi bulging his eyes, it's not coming out of his head. It's like, if this is a dream, I don't want to wake up. Well, don't worry, Orochi, you're not waking up because after this you're probably gonna die. Because if you all remember, somewhere during the middle, I would say of this Act 2, your expressed desire to kill Orochi, and in this shot, it actually works very well. Also, I just love how like kind of symbologically, kind of like the reverse of what happened in Act 2, where we had the whole Kurosawa executing Kumasaki scene, is where we have Hiyori in that scene was standing strong and proud as he was slapping Orochi, refusing to bow no matter how much people were telling her to bow. As he's like going to his monstrous form, like, I will eat you, hurt you. Well, it was nothing. Well, in this part, we have Hiyori like happy, confidently playing Shami-san as Orochi like approaching on his hands and knees, trembling. Is he like crying and snotting all over? Kind of a fun little reversion showing us who's the competent one, who's the idiot one. But yeah, that's the end of the chapter. Oh, it's a pretty decent action chapter. Kind of weird we're getting a setup between Apu and Drake versus the CP9 member or CP0 members. I kind of weird how now King's Race is apparently revealing King's Race is gonna be now the end of all be all things, even though I think it was already confirmed. I mean, Queen said Lunari and King looked at him, so I don't see why he would be having problems with it. Although we might also be getting like a little joke with Sanji and that would have been like, wait a minute. Sanji uses fire, bursts into fire. He wears black suits. King is covered in a black latex outfit, and he uses fire. And that fat bastard said, is Sanji a Lunarian? You're a Lunarian! I could see that kind of joke be like, I just love those jokes, so I could see that also being the case, but yeah. But yeah, so it's a bit weird, so it's kind of weird that. But yeah, Emma's also acting up, so we'll see where that goes. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of this chapter. All about this chapter. But yeah, anyways, I hope you leave your thoughts on this chapter in the comments below. Make sure to also leave a like, subscribe to this channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time.